What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Um, Getting into this episode of GH. I enjoyed this episode today. I did. I enjoyed it. Ryan, I will say he straight up checked Carly. He checked her, and I liked it. He totally checked her because the thing is, Ryan basically told Carly, "You turn a blind eye to everything Sonny does." You have dirt on your hands too, just like Sonny does. But yet they act so superior to Ava. You know what I'm saying? He really checked her on that. And Carly just sitting there with this stink face or whatever. I'm like, Carly, you already know he told you the truth. You and Sonny act holier than thou, and you're not. I will say this. I do agree. Ava started the altercation at the gravesite. She did. I'm not denying that. She started it because she's lashing out right now at everybody. And that's a part of grief. I feel like Carly could have handled it better. You know what I'm saying? I understand people are going to say, well, Ava grabbed her arm or whatever. I get it. But at the same time, when Michael told her to go, she should have just went. You know what I'm saying? Carly did not have to keep that argument going. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to bring up Morgan in the past or whoever brought Morgan up first. Doesn't really matter. The mere fact was you didn't have to engage with her. You know, you should have just kept it moving, kept it classy. That's what she should have did, but we all know Carly have no self-control. Surprise, surprise. Um, but I think Carly is definitely getting close to solving this mystery though with Ryan. But she kind of opened the lion's den because when I say that, it looked like Ryan has her as his next victim. Notice how Ryan asked her when she told Ryan about the patient at Ferncliff, whose alias is Wilson, the name up there is Wilson or whatever, and she told him how Spinelli hacked the system and found out the patient name. He asked her who else knows about that. And when she said just her and then she mentioned Sonny knows about it, there's a reason Ryan asked her that question. Ryan asked her that because he can't run the risk of her telling anybody else that name. She's looking at being his next victim. I'm telling you, Carly is in his crosshairs right now. Definitely. He has his sights on Carly as his next victim. That's why he was asking her so many questions and stuff about that patient. And he gonna do something. All I can say is y'all better hire some security. I know Sonny got security all over his house, but you might want to beef up that security. I'm just saying. Because that gleam in Ryan's eye and the way that he was talking when he went back to Ava's penthouse, Carly, you are about to be eliminated. I'm just saying. You are about to get got. See, that's what happens when people run their mouth too much. Like you have to speak less when you're around people. Just hush sometime because they telling him too much information and you're giving him the upper hand by telling him so much. I was like, just be quiet sometime. Um, but that conversation her and Laura had, they are definitely about to figure it out. Cause even Laura, the conversation Laura had with Ava, they're gonna start putting the pieces together now. Because she thought that Kevin was sleeping with Ava while she was in Paris. She was surprised to find out that it just happened the night that she walked in on them kissing is when they first got started. So now she know his behavior has been odd even before that. You know what I'm saying? So now that explains certain things. In a way it explains it, in a way it doesn't. If that makes sense. So now her and Carly are definitely about to dig deeper into this. I'm going to say it again. I just wish Felicia was a part of this. I really do, because this would have been great for her. Her and Mac and, you know, everybody from back then. This would have been wonderful for them. Um, but I'm interested in this. So I want to see how many more clues do they need. Remember, Lulu knows about Todd Wilson as well. She knows about that alias. So I wonder if they're all going to put these pieces together. I felt like as an investigative journalist, Lulu should have been more a part of this story too, in a way. You know what I'm saying? She should have been a part of this story much more. Like we should be seeing her more often too. Ava. I was so mad with Ava today when I seen this episode because she was downright rude to Laura. Laura came to her house with flowers, and it didn't look like they were them store-bought flowers that you get from the grocery store or Walmart neither. These were official flowers. Like these are flowers that cost, a good chunk of money. And they wasn't plastic either. They didn't look plastic. They look real. This woman came to her house with flowers and condolences for her loss, and she smacked the flowers out her hand. She was totally rude and ignorant. I was like, wow. Normally, any other wife who went to the side piece house wouldn't have came with no flowers. They would have came over to slap the piss out of you for sleeping with their husband. You know what I'm saying? She came over with flowers and condolences to you, and you want to act ignorant. See, that shows the type of person Ava is, and it shows the type of person Laura is. That's why I love Laura so much, because she has this elegance about her, this class about her, this dignity about her that I love. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I love about the Laura character. One of the many things I love about her. She's class personified. You know what I'm saying? Just elegance and grace. You know, like I said, anybody else would have went over there and slapped Ava for what she did. I'm just saying. Um, Laura handled it quite well though. You know, and I am happy that Ava did apologize to her for acting ignorant and smacking the flowers and acting stupid and stuff. Ava is in this role. She's in this place right now where she's lashing out at everybody. She's angry at the world. And I think it's because of remorse, it's regret for the way her relationship with Kiki was the last couple months and stuff before she died. She never made peace with Kiki prior to the death. So that's where all this anger and resentment and that's where it all comes from. So she's lashing out at everybody. That's just what it is. Um I understand it, but she needs to tone it down a little bit because, like Laura told her, Ava has a long road ahead of her when it comes down to the grief for her daughter. She has a very long road ahead of her. It's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be hard every day. I mean, look at Griffin. Griffin is a whole mess right now. He was drunk in the park. Chase had to bring him back to his apartment to try to sober him up and get him straight. So of course he called Finn to come over and help out. I love that scene today with Griffin, Chase, Finn. I loved it. Um, Finn gave him a lot of advice, because Finn went through something similar when his wife died. Finn was in the middle of creating a cure, but he kept taking the drugs. Even after he found a cure, he became a drug addict. So, he knows what it's like to grieve someone that you love, you know, and how it can send you on this downward spiral. Um, and I love that he was there to help Griffin through that, and Anna was at the office, at Griffin's office to help him and stuff because he's not going to be able to do this alone right now. I commend him for wanting to do it by himself, the grieving process and getting back to work and stuff. But it's okay to lean on people when you're going through something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you have friends and family for, you know? And I just like that all of them have rallied around him because he really needs it right now. Chase, you still get you still take a L for that date that you did last night. I'm just saying. First of all, I agree. You do not take somebody to your apartment the first night, the first date. That's tacky. No, that's more like a fourth, fifth date type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you do on a fourth, fifth date. But I do love how Finn and Chase's relationship has evolved over the last few months. They fix things and they're even having dinner, breakfast together and stuff. I thought that was cool. Um, so anyway, Sonny and Spencer. I love that scene today between Sonny and Spencer. That was a dope scene. Um, I like how Laura and Sonny are basically stepping up for Spencer because, mind you, Spencer lost both parents now. He lost his mother at birth. His father, he lost him 2 years ago. So I like how, Sonny and Laura are just stepping up for him. Laura's being the mother figure for him slash grandmother. Sonny's the uncle slash father figure in his life right now. they're stepping up for him, trying to keep him out of trouble, which is not an easy thing because Spencer stays in something. That little boy creates havoc wherever he can. Uh, like anytime the name Valentine is brought up, you see grim on that boy face. Like every time, he cannot stand Valentine, rightfully so. Um, every time, this is like the second or third time Spencer has asked Sonny to kill Valentine. I think the first time he asked him was at Sonny's restaurant. He went in there and asked him to take care of Valentine. Sonny keep telling him like it's not so simple to take somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't want Spencer thinking like that. He's too young to be even having those thoughts of killing somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like you're too young to be having that type of think process. You shouldn't be thinking about death and killing and you know what I'm saying? You're too young for that. They understand he's still grieving, he's angry, and I totally get it and I respect it. But he shouldn't be thinking like that or talking like that. And I'm glad Sonny's, just letting him know the real. Like you got to move on with your life. Stop thinking about Valentine and all this negativity. You know what I'm saying? Just move on. It's gonna be hard, but at some point you just gotta let that go. Um, this chick Sasha is still trying to get Nina to take Valentine back, all because basically Valentine is pressuring her to do it. Um, I feel bad for Nina though that she's being played by not only Valentine but by Sasha. I feel really bad by that because everybody knows that she really wants a child. You know what I'm saying? Like she really wants kids of her own, and she really thought she had one. Come to find out, this chick is an imposter. Um, it sucks for Nina. It really does. But I do love the fact that Nina is putting herself first. She admitted that she's still in love with Valentine, but she's not about to keep dealing with his lies and his BS, and I don't blame her. You can't be in a marriage like that with somebody constantly lying to your face. Because if he could lie about that, what else is he lying to you about? You could be calling Valentine, be like, oh, where are you? He could be like, oh, I'm getting some coffee. Then you're going to be thinking he lying. Everything out his mouth you're going to think is a lie. You know what I'm saying? So I don't blame her for not wanting to be with him right now. It's too many lies. Like lying is like second language to him. He don't know he don't know nothing but lying. And all these lies are catching up to him. They're causing more problems. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens is when you tell one lie, you got to tell 20 to 30 more lies to cover the very first lie that you told. And that's what he constantly has to do. Every lie he tells, he has to come up with a new lie to cover the old lies. You know what I'm saying? You can't live your life like that, just lying every day, all day. How can you sleep at night? Lying. Like, that's ridiculous. And of course, his lies have come back tenfold in the name of Lisa Obrecht. I love Lisa Obrecht. I love her. You want to know why? Because she's a survivor. And when I say she's a survivor, I mean it in a way where she's always getting herself into these legal situations and she knows how to get herself out. She always has an ace up her sleeve. And in this case, she got more than one. Because think about it. If Valentine don't help her, she can always go to Michael. Because remember, she delivered Michael's child. She knows that Nell lied about that baby being dead. She know. She can use that as a bargaining chip to get out this mess. Michael got power. He's the CEO of EOQ. He got money. He could buy a judge if he has to. He could do whatever he got to do. So she has more than one trick up her sleeve to get out this mess. Way more than one trick. It was so funny because when he was at the funeral, after Nina and Maxie left, he was at Madeline's funeral. That's when he took a sample of Madeline's DNA. He opened up the coffin and took the sample from her. And Obrecht was watching him the whole time because remember, she was there dressed as a homeless person. So she was watching him the whole time. So she got the dirt on him. And he thinking, oh, it's just a fairy tale story. Nobody gonna believe you. All she got to do is tell Nina. And you already know Nina automatically gonna believe her. Because she knows that Valentine's a liar. So this is what happens when you tell so many lies. Nobody's going to believe you if you actually are telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's going to believe. And in this case, he would still be lying. Nothing he says is the truth. And Obrecht got the goods on him. That's why he probably called Peter, because he wants Peter to probably change his testimony and refuse not to testify against Lisa. Without Peter's testimony, they have no case against Obrecht. Without that testimony, without his, because his testimony is the damning piece of evidence they have. So without that, you really have nothing to convict her on. So my guess is Valentin is going to try to get Peter to change his story to save his own behind, as usual. As far as Maxie and Peter go, I'm still not on board with them as some couple. My whole thing is, it was so funny to me that Peter sat there and said, oh, he can't wait to put Obrecht behind bars, put that monster away. First of all, Peter, your hands are not squeaky clean, bruh. You kept Jason basically hostage for 5 years. You played God with his life and Drew life. So your hands are not clean, bruh. And you are partly responsible for Nathan dying. You really are. Because you played the dangerous game that got somebody killed. You know what I'm saying? And then you sat there and tried to lie about it for months. So your hands are not clean. So he could sit there and pass judgment on Obrecht and anybody else. But you can't pass, people in glass houses should never throw stones. And that's what he's doing. Honestly, I don't want to see him and Maxie together. Like I said, if they get together, they get together. If they don't, they don't. I really don't care. But he also need to go on ahead and forgive Anna. Speaking of Anna, her and Finn, they act like a bunch of school kids. The way she was all giggling and stuff, she act like a little schoolgirl. I was like, I said, Anna, are you serious? She act like this the first time she been in love before. I'm like, you done had quite a few good men in your life, so this ain't the first time you done told a man you loved him. So I don't know why you acting all giddy like a little schoolgirl. Y'all sitting there all smiling, could barely look in each other's eyes. I'm like, y'all are too old to be acting like kids. I swear, they act like two little high school kids. Can't look at each other, all that giggling. I'm like, oh, Lord. Like, give me a break. Y'all are too old for this nonsense. Just be together and whatever. All that giggling. No. Like, no. It's like, y'all too old for that nonsense. Stop it. Stop it. They kind of cute together, though. I still don't see no spark between them, but okay, I'm willing to buy it for now. So anyway, that was pretty much the episode. Tomorrow is day 4 of Sonny and Carly being on TV again. Day 4. This is day 3 that we seen the two of them. Tomorrow's day 4. Get ready. I will see all of you later. Have a great day. Peace.